Yeah, we lost, but only by one possession. I mean, we were in it the whole time. Bad late interception too. So it is what it is.
Class is in session. Welcome to Debate Club. I am Professor Allison, and today we are going to be debating are AEW running scared from WWE. Firstly, today on the register, we have Clark Taylor.
Present.
Next up on the register, we have Archie Carter.
Afternoon, sir.
It's a small class.
You just say present.
Present.
This isn't the time for gossip. You can do that in the playground. Today, we are going to be debating about this topic going around about whether or not AEW moving the all-out pay-per-view event is them running scared from the World Wrestling Entertainment Federation. Before we get into the debate, let me explain the rules. This will start with a 90-second opening argument by Archie Carter, where he will explain why he believes AEW are running scared. Then we will have a 90-second opposing argument by Clark Taylor, followed by a 3 to 5 minute open debate. At the end, we will have a 30-second closing argument by both students, but of course, there's rules. Why? Because I love rules, and those rules are no swearing. If I say, silence, you shut the hell up, and if you break any of these, you get this number! Archie Carter, your opening statement.
Oh, okay. Right. So I find it very, very funny, right? So with AEW, when it's NXT counter programming them, they're all out flexing their muscles, puffing their chests out, saying, oh, we're going to defeat the evil empire. We're going to beat Darth Levesque. But then as soon as it's actually WWE and not just NXT, who's under the WWE umbrella, guess what? They've run scared. They've moved their time slot and they're saying, you know what, we don't want any part of being involved in the AJ Lee and Brock Lesnar show. We want to go away from that. And I think not only does this make AEW look scared, I think it's actually the worst possible business move they could have made, right? Because to me, the whole business plan, the whole business idea shouldn't have been to, can we get more viewers than WWE? It should have been to make a dent, make as big of a dent as they could have done in WWE's ESPN debut. So what they should have done is say, okay, you want to take our time slot? We're staying right here. Tony Khan says, AEW sickos, come over here, because there's going to be plenty of people that's going to watch All Out over Wrestlepalooza. And they might even be able to bring in some more viewers as well. So that way they could have made a dent on WWE. And they're actually making a bigger statement by saying to WWE, we've taken money off you. We've made a dent in your big...
He's muted and doesn't know it. This is hilarious.
He's muted. He's muted, sir. You're muted, sir.
What do you say, Clark?
What do I say to that?
No, what do you say? That is not how you talk to me.
Professor Allison, I apologize.
Wait,
stay back after class. Clark Taylor, your opposing statement.
All right. So running scared is just a broad stroke here, because I don't think it's running scared as much as it's just not giving them what they want. WWE wanted to book the show at the same time and go head to head with All Out and prove a point that we're the big bad bullies and you can't come around and do your thing and you're never going to catch us and it's never going to work. So they just went Roadrunner to Wile E. Coyote and went, okay, no problem. We'll just move the time. And here's the best part. They've got 10 matches and not 5 like Palooza, and it's going to happen first. So the people that plan on watching both will be exhausted from those 10 matches, and they'll still make that little dent that you brought up in WWE's Wrestlepalooza viewership, at least that night, many fans might be worn out from 10 matches and decide to watch Palooza on replay the next day. That happens all the time. It's happened to AEW in the reverse order for sure. I would imagine at some point. I think there's no issue whatsoever with moving the time slot. It doesn't mean they're running scared. It doesn't make them look bad at all. They never intended to go head to head. It's their second biggest show of the year, arguably the former flagship show before All In became a thing once again. I would call it as close to their SummerSlam as WWE's. To have it go unopposed makes significantly more sense.
Now it is time for the section of the debate where you argue amongst yourselves for 2 minutes. So without further ado, start debating.
Right, okay, well, I'll go first. But first of all, I think WWE are getting exactly what they want. This to go up against All Out. They were hoping that AEW ran scared and went on to another time slot. Even if they do run over to Wrestlepalooza, those AEW fans that are watching All Out, they're still going to tune in to Wrestlepalooza because guess what? A lot of those AEW fans are AJ Lee fans as well because a lot of those fans came from WWE to AEW. They're going to want to watch AJ Lee's return match. So actually, it might help WWE because they're giving them more viewers. They're not taking away the viewers that they would have lost from All Out.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. I don't think they've necessarily gained viewership. They've gained viewership from All Out running before it. But I could see your point about the lead in. Personally, the way that I view it, though, at this point, it doesn't make sense for AEW to run opposite a show as big as Wrestlepalooza on ESPN when that show is essentially included in a package. Yeah, a lot of people are just buying that, like, so it is essentially close to a pay-per-view like AEW's, but it's also 2 different delivery services here.
But
so AEW convincing people to pay $59.99 at the same time as people who can pay $29.99 for all of ESPN doesn't make much sense logically either. It's not running scared, it's running smart. They went Roadrunner to Wile E. Coyote and they just slid over, and now you have the choice to watch both in the same day. I think AEW did the exact right thing here, and it's not running scared. It's smart business to avoid being directly opposed to a larger competitor.
How many times has Tony Khan said we want to compete with WWE? To compete with WWE, you have to be bold. You have to be smart. As a fan, I'm very happy that All Out is happening before because I get to watch wrestling when I'm having my tea and I get to watch Wrestlepalooza. But to me, it feels like All Out now is the undercard and Wrestlepalooza is the main event. If you went head to head against them.
Well, then why would the NFL yesterday book the Chiefs during the day against the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch and then an absolute throwaway stinker of a night game on primetime? Because people are still going to watch primetime and everybody watched the Chiefs and Eagles during the afternoon. The time slot doesn't matter as much as we think. It only matters if you're the WWE who wanted to run opposite AEW. They didn't get what they wanted, and that's okay.
I don't think they did want to run opposite them.
Oh, absolutely. Why would they book it at the same time if they did not want to
so they could run them off the time slot. It makes them look better.
So you're telling me they thought that they were for sure going to move ahead of time when they
well, they've done it before, so they would have thought, why wouldn't they do it again? They did it with All In. So why wouldn't they do it again?
All In was a unique situation there.
But they've done it. They've done it plenty of times before, and they know that Tony Khan likes to go for the international crowds at some points. So I'm positive that they would have done that, and it makes AEW look worse.
There's no way. WWE absolutely, the entire plan was to run opposite AEW, and they did not get what they want, and that's the reason that AEW moved off the time slot. That's just the facts.
To me, it's WWE flexing their muscles, saying, "Look at who we've got." And in my opinion, this is actually Tony Khan not showing faith in his roster and his match card.
Oh, I disagree.
He's got a great match card at All Out. So show faith. Yeah, but show faith in your roster. We're the best wrestle. Why don't they show that they're the best? They're wrestling in AEW.
Counter programming makes no sense these days. It's not running scared by any means. It makes no sense for AEW to charge more money for All Out than WWE if they're on at the same time.
But
That's not running scared. It's smart business.
They would have got this. They would have got the same amount of viewers from the earlier time slot as they would have done going up against WWE. And in this sense, they could actually maybe steal some viewers from WWE.
No way.
It's all about making a dent. If they made a dent to WWE, that's a big statement to WWE saying, look at us, we can take money off you. We're not going down.
Don't you also make a dent, though, if your numbers are higher?
But
if your numbers are higher,
they won't be higher.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Archie. I'm going to watch both. I would just watch one or the other. It's going to affect the numbers on that if they run at the same time. The numbers will be higher for both because they aren't running at the same time.
I wouldn't say
because the fans that watch both can now watch both.
I wouldn't say they'd be higher for AEW. Not AEW necessarily.
Why would they not be?
Because it's the same. It's the same.
Only reason that they would be lower is because they're running opposed. Because they're
running an earlier time. They're running an earlier time slot. They're running an earlier.
That's going to make the numbers lower.
That will, because it won't. They won't go up, but it won't make the numbers go lower. The same people that watch All Out against Wrestlepalooza will watch All Out at an earlier time slot. It's just if they did it against Wrestlepalooza, they could have taken some viewers away from WWE.
Better for international fans too.
Oh, it is. It's better for international fans, but from a business standpoint, I don't think it's smart.
It's smart. That's going to be more viewers, more international viewers by that logic.
Silence! We have come to the end of the debate. It is time for your closing statements. Archie Carter, you have 30 seconds starting now.
Okay, I think AEW have actually done WWE a massive favor here. On paper, it looks like AEW scared from WWE, and that's not what they want at all. And WWE might be gaining more fans from this, or more viewers from this as well, because AEW fans that have finished watching All Out might think, "Hey, I want to watch AJ Lee and see how she does in a return match." So, in fact, I think WWE might be gaining more.
Silence! Clark Taylor, your 30 seconds starts now.
There's nothing scared about what AEW has done by moving time slots here. As I was saying earlier, it makes more sense. It brings in more international fans because the time slot's better in that regard. You aren't running opposed to WWE, so you're going to get the fans of both products able to watch both products. This is absolutely Roadrunner to Wile E. Coyote, as I mentioned on the daily broadcast last week. AEW is not running scared. They're doing the smart thing. For honestly, it's better for both sides. It's better for WWE. Other than they didn't get what they wanted.
He went over them.
I am going to conclude this debate. You both made some great points. You both made some terrible points. You're quite frankly both lucky you're going to both pass this. But in the end, the person with the higher grade is going to be the debate winner. This time, the loser. Last time, Clark Taylor. At the end of the day, AEW have a much smaller audience than WWE do. And if WWE are trying to take viewers away from AEW, well, it could work. Whereas AEW are going to struggle to cause anywhere near that same amount of dent in WWE's viewership. This way has saved them their own viewership while also potentially increasing their viewership with international fans. Clark Taylor, what do you say for yourself?
I'm stoked. Really, really nice to pick up a win after taking
Silence! Nobody cares, Clark. This is the
rigged.
end of the
VAR
debate.
check.
See you guys next week. Archie, you've got yourself an attention!